This is my beautiful friend Kaylee, and today we're doing a full glam look together so that I can showcase it to you guys. Kaylee is an extremely talented hairstylist in Michigan, and I actually was just her hair model. So she's returning the favor by being my model. For her skin prep, I'm starting off with the IT Cosmetics Barrier Cream, and then I'm priming her eyelids with the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. Really taking my time to make sure that I'm carving out the eyebrows a little bit and getting this product all over into the nooks and crannies so that everything is very smooth and very even for when I go on top with my setting powder. I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder and I'm just tapping that on to create a smooth base. Dipping into my unveiled palette, I'm taking the shade Bombshell Bride and Forever and Always mixed together, and I'm starting to build that up into the outer corner here with my very small detailed brush. I'm really packing this on so that when I go in with my bigger brush and blend, it's going to really be very impactful still. I'm also taking this along the crease to kind of create a faux cut crease kind of look. This is going to give us some dimension when I add a lighter shade later. This eye look is all about contrast, so darks and lights together to really make the eyes pop. Then I'm taking my domed crease brush into the Forever and Always shade and adding that on top just to soften the edges and to allow it to kind of wing out at the outer corner. Then I'm taking the shade Keen Eye Kisses on a small detailed packer brush, and I'm adding that from the inner corner of the eye outwards, allowing it to be the most bright in the inner corner and then kind of soften as it goes outwards. This is where we're going to really see that contrast popping, and it's going to give the illusion of a cut crease without having to have so much work into it. Plus, this is just a beautiful shape for her eyes. Taking Keen Eye Kisses with a touch of Forever and Always to blend the gap between that lightest and the darkest shade. And then taking the Bombshell Bride shade as a shadow liner, just stamping that along the lash line. I like to kind of press and lightly lift up to get as close as I can to the lash line. Then taking that Bombshell Bride one more time and really adding it to the outer corner and tapping over the edge with my bigger brush with the Forever and Always shade to again soften. This look is all about adding and blending. Then taking some Bioderma on a Q-tip to just clean up this wing and also to get rid of any fallout that might have fallen from the eyeshadow. Tightlining her eyes with the shade Whiskey from Urban Decay, then adding the shade Faux Dough to the waterline. For her foundation, I'm going in with the NARS Soft Matte Foundation, just mixing a couple shades. I like to apply this with my brush and then blend it out with a sponge. This gives such a beautiful, flawless coverage and that nice, soft, matte, blurred effect to the skin. You'll notice I'm avoiding her under eye area because I'm really going to brighten that up with my concealer, and I don't want too many layers going on. Now I'm adding the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the thinnest layer possible, using a lighter shade to really add brightness to the face. Additionally, I'm taking this in some areas that I just want to highlight, so the center of the face, right under her cheekbones for a bit of a reverse contour, the littlest bit down the center of her nose, and center of her forehead. Taking my sponge, I'm going to blend the areas that are closest to the foundation that we put down before, so not right up under the eye because I feel like it's going to poke her eye out, and then blending the areas on the face with the sponge as well, allowing that spot that's closest to her under eyes to kind of thicken up because then it'll give a little bit more coverage. But just tapping it out everywhere else, and you can see that it gives such a beautiful brightness to the face. Literally makes her look like a walking filter. When I get to the outer corner of the eye, I just stamp to make sure that it's really nice and sharp, which can further help to clean up the edges. Then I'm just taking a small fluffy brush right up under the eyes to blend out the concealer there. I'm tapping on the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer in the shade 3 to the areas that I want to add a little bit of color and a little bit of dimension. I would say that this shade is warm, but on somebody that has a spray tan, it kind of can come off a little neutral. So I feel like I can get away with it as a bronzer contour duo. Tapping out any creases under her eyes before I'm going in with my powder, I'm just using the Laura Mercier on a powder puff. She's a classic for a reason. It just creates such a beautiful blurred effect to the skin. I also like to kind of take this right along the side of the nose and on the smile line area. Smile lines for preventative reasons, but right along the nose because it'll kind of give an illusion of a reverse contour so you don't feel like you have to do much nose contour because we know that can get dodgy really quick. Then I'm just taking a bigger brush and flicking away anything that was left over and that the skin didn't absorb. And this will help set the different areas of the face that I haven't applied powder heavier. Then I'm applying the newest obsession of my life, which is the Tower 28 blushes. I'm taking a darker shade and applying it near the backs of the cheeks. This is a setting powder blush combo, so it really lasts all day long. And then I'm going to take a lighter shade up under the eyes, the lightest pink that I have from the brand, and I'm actually going to use this to set up under her eyes a little bit more, and it's going to give that beautiful, soft pink under eye look. Another new obsession for me is this Diamond Balm by Fenty. I'm tapping that on to give this slightest little glitter effect to the eyes. Then taking my smudger brush into the shade Forever and Always and Bombshell Bride and smudging that right under the lash line. Popping on some aerolized lashes, I believe these are in the style Aubrey. Then I'm contouring her lips some and overlining with the shade Rose Clay from Immaculée and filling in the center of her lips with Pink Venus from Charlotte Tilbury. This technique just gives such a pretty look to the lips, really makes them look nice and full. Then I'm topping off the lips with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Honey Diamond Lip Gloss. Another new favorite because this has the prettiest sparkle. Then I'm lightly filling in her brows with the Viseart Brow Powder, curling her lashes before popping on some mascara. For mascara, I just use the Essence Lash Princess Waterproof because I go through that stuff like water. I'm topping off her bronzer with the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Deserve Butta. It just gives the most smooth, beautiful bronze effect. For her body glow, I'm using the Red Carpet Color Body Glow Universal shade, and I'm placing that on her collarbones and right on her shoulders. This is like a lotiony body glow, and I'm using that as a base for the Fenty Diamond Balm highlighter because oh my gosh, this literally gave her the most beautiful glittery diamond glow ever. Straight up looking like Edward Cullen, I swear. And that is the final look, you guys. It is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Kaylee, for being my model and letting me try out some new things with you. I am so here for a more full glam bridal look lately. Don't get me wrong, I do love my natural brides, but oh gosh, there's just something about a full glam bride. Here's what her makeup looked like in the natural lighting. So stunning. I hope you enjoyed this longer style video. Let me know what you want to see next.